back. Good. What can I help you with?
You seem rich. Can I have some money?
Is what you want to say, but it isn't that easy, is it?
What? Why not?
Look at that lady. Take a gander. Squint your eyes, bub.
What nice fabrics.
Why, yes. Tucked away under that sturdy green raincoat, almost rustic in its simplicity, a silk shirt and matching scarf around her gentle throat, while dull orange pearls hang from her earlobes, red from the cold. Her light green eyes scan you, full of knowledge and worry, wealth and all its possibilities. These are the kind eyes of the rich man that seem to say everything is possible, within reason.
Yeah, so?
Now look at you, you misery-clad simian, barely able to tie your own laces. Your armpits are lakes, a scythe of booze precedes you, your hair sticks to your forehead, and your underwear feels uncomfortable.
Stop. Is my webcam feeding into the game? What? I mean, no hair though.
You're poor. Poor as balls. You can't ask this person for money. You're too...
I'm a goddamn working man. I'm not ashamed to shake this leech for some dough.
You think your little communism protects you from this feeling? No. The more demeaning it is to grovel at her feet.
As I was saying, if there's any way I may be of assistance, please don't hesitate to ask.
Can I have some money?
Voila, you're doing it.
We said it.
Really put your back into it. Yell it from the top of your lungs.
Money! You seem rich. Can I have some money?
Why, yes, I am rich. How much money do you need? Hopefully not too much. I couldn't bring all of it with me.
She's surprisingly nonchalant about this. Could it be that she somehow knows more about your predicament?
I need 130 real.
That's a good sum. Not too small, not fantastically large.
We're going to get in trouble for
She
this.
removes a few notes and hands them to you. The paper is cold and oily to the touch.
So, I hope I didn't just bribe you, officer. It may not be technically illegal under the Emergency Act, but still.
The first option, you bribed me, alright? I will be on now. I'm still getting my head around this whole money concept. You're just helping me out.
You're right, man, that donations are permitted under the Emergency Act, and seemly as it may be, as long as they are properly logged with the precinct.
Which he most certainly will do. Now, how else can I help the RCM today, besides supplementing its salaries?
What can you tell me about this strike?
Everything. Right up to, but not including, trade secrets.
But if I want to hear about trade secrets?
First, you'd have to repeal the Emergencies Act of Trade in Aliments. That gives me the right to silence. It's quite the octopus.
An octopus, I will slay it.
Good luck is only kept in place by the vested interests of half the civilized world, including your own.
Fuck that
What
shit.
the ma'am means is that the Emergencies Act and the RCM both get their authority from the coalition government.
You'd be shooting yourself in the foot, in other words.
But I am derailing us. You wanted to know about the strike.
What is your role in this
I
precisely?
believe the official title is Senior Labor Negotiator. In practice, I'm a grocery clerk. I relay the union's demands to Wild Pines and return with Wild Pines' counteroffer.
And how are the talks going?
They're not. That's the problem. The union stopped all negotiations a week ago, after that awful lynching took place. Now they won't even let me into the harbor. There's a 2-meter-20 racist behemoth blocking the gates.
Oh, you mean Measurehead.
Yes, Jean-Luc Measurehead.
She leans back and rolls her eyes. Oh, Measure... It just got to me. Measurehead. I forgot what that pseudoscience is called. But yeah, oh my goodness. I played this game before and I may have actually realized that. But, you know, I forgot because... Basically, this guy. How are the talks going before the lynching?
Let's say I was not making the kind of progress I'd hoped for when I first arrived.
And when did you first arrive?
I arrived 3 weeks ago. Yes, in the middle of February. The bay was still partially frozen.
Technology. I actually wanted to say that, but I was afraid that it might be wrong.
Like the RCM.
But the strike began in December.
Head measure is where you... What the fuck are you saying? I mean the way you say it. Head measure. Technology, what? Not the doing it. Okay. Thank you.
I wasn't the original negotiator here. I
Phew.
took over after Mr. Gaumont hit a wall with Mr. Clare, the union boss.
The
Mr.
anger,
Clare
wow.
refused to
Sorry.
speak with Gaumont,
I love
despite
you.
concessions he'd granted the union in prior negotiations.
Are you the character in this game? Yes, I am. I'm sorry. I'm trying not to be. I mean, at least I'm not a cop, though. I would never stoop that low.
This isn't the first time the union has gone on strike.
Heavens no. There have been 2 prior strikes. Both times the union won significant concessions, including overtime pay and a medical plan. This time their demands are more, I guess you could say, aggressive.
But you know, stick with me. We're going to go back and try to punch Measurehead again in a bit. What happened to this Gaumont?
Mr. Clare told him to, how did he put it? Fuck off, midget. Gaumont is short of stature, you
Not
see.
cool. Not a fan of body shaming. Not cool. Okay, that's an option.
Keep in mind, this is a negotiator Mr. Clare has worked with before, and who was more than fair with him and the union.
The scabs at the gate. Did you put them there? Obviously, that guy was like repeating lines. He was so uninvested.
The scabs? You mean the huddled masses of Jamrock come to plead for work where the union refuses to?
Can I take the bomb hat off? I need my rhetoric
If they
for this,
were
I think.
organized by Wild Pines or its affiliates, then it would be a company secret. I could not share it with you.
Thanks for the actual answer.
Right.
It's implied. She's open to
Oh.
discussing this matter with you at a later occasion.
What are the demands?
There are leaflets everywhere and banners. What did they say again? Oh yes, every worker, a member of the board.
Fair enough.
Most of the workers probably don't know what that means.
I like it.
Then you might also like their other slogan. Demand democracy.
Not hard communist enough for me.
Personally, I agree. It lacks the pizzazzo of every worker a member of the board.
What exactly do they mean by it, though? What's the demand?
It's quite simple, you see. Every time the Wild Pines group makes a decision about what? About anything really, it needs the signature of each of the 2,200 workers in its Martinez terminal.
I'm on board with
Just
that.
so you understand, this is but one of 22 terminals owned by Wild Pines. Essentially, not only are they kings of the company, they are also kings of the 72,000 employees of Wild Pines Group.
The king is dead, long live the workers.
That may well be. It's not up to me to decide who is king, but as negotiations go, it's not a swell start.
What are you going to do?
I'm not sure. Naturally, I assume that was just their opening position, a hard-nosed tactic with a side of mockery. But there's been no follow-up, just the same nonsensical slogan repeated over and over again. And now, people are getting lynched, I hear. Behind the whirling in rags. A disastrous situation if there ever was one.
Excuse me, from whom did you hear about this lynching?
I first heard it from the bowyer at the gates. The one whose very name advertises his aversion to work. I think he said it was, "Call me mañana."
He's my boy.
This checks out.
Tell me about the union boss, Mr. Clare.
Everard Clare is a man of the utmost integrity. If you can say one thing about him, it's that he always puts the interests of the workers first.
Really?
Of course not.
Ah.
Everard is fantastically corrupt. I imagine he has a thick, viscous goo where you and I have blood.
Is he that bad?
He is the most corrupt individual I have ever seen, and I deal with men like him for a living. If there is anyone more venal, more irredeemably nepotistic, then it's his twin brother, Edgar.
Wait, there are 2 of him.
Yes, Edgar looks exactly like his brother, except for that lazy eye. He also talks exactly like Evrart does, and when one's term as foreman is up, the other takes over. It's how they circumvent the term limits, you see, with a funny little switcheroo. While in office, they've embezzled God knows how much of their workers' dues.
What about the union itself outside the Brothers Clare?
The Débardeurs Union was once a perfectly normal institution. 20 years ago, anyway. It must not have been easy to establish under the Emergency Act, but they did it. I can respect that. Organized labor at its best, as they say. Then something happened in the local chapter elections. The Brothers Clare came and transformed it into a... how do you say?
A mob. The Débardeurs are a crime syndicate. Sad as it may be, I suspect we'll be forced to cooperate with them.
Refreshingly honest, officer. The company has tried appeasing in the past, but I'm afraid our concessions have only emboldened Evrart and his brother. And your opinion, Detective, if I may ask? I'm a curious and talkative person, you see. Would you say the Débardeurs Union is...
Oh boy. Number 3 is out for sure. An effective advocate for the rights of local working men. Fuck you, rich lady.
Why do you think so?
Between Evrart, the human leech, and Measurehead, this union sounds like a motley crew. I'm into it.
Well, I suppose that's one way to look at it. They're an interesting composition, albeit vile. But enough about Evrart. What else can I do for you?
One more thing, you said something happened in the elections?
I'm glad you asked. There was a woman, the previous forewoman of the union.
Oh.
She disappeared.
Disappeared?
Yes. On the last day of the local chapter elections, her daughter phoned in and said she wasn't running anymore. Or coming to work. Ever. End of story.
Eerie.
Downright haunting, if you ask me. The Wild Pines suspected foul play, but what could they do? It was a union matter.
Don't care about the Wild Pines, actually.
The point of the presentation is, these kinds of things happen around the Clares. Watch out when you're dealing with him.
Thank you for your concern, ma'am. We'll be just fine.
That's all I need here. Let's change the topic.
Course. How else can I help?
You're on a boat.
Why, yes I am.
Not a lot of people on boats, are there?
Of course there are. We're on an archipelago. How else are you supposed to get around?
Wait, we're on an archipelago?
Yes, we are. We are on Le Caillou.
Still, I haven't seen anyone else sail a boat around here.
I haven't seen anyone else drive a souped-up Capri Kenema motor carriage either.
Actually, that motor carriage has been specially issued to serve as a patrol and pursuit vehicle. It's for crossing long distances in the greater Revachol industrial harbor. It's not a toy.
Neither is this. A toy, I mean. It's a machine for crossing long distances in the Bay of Revachol, between the city and the islands.
Okay, I think I have a handle on the boat thing.
Good.
Thank you, that's all for now.
Of course, Detective. Take care.
Don't wanna get into the drug thing.
Hey, psst.
Who, me?
Yes, you. Word on the street is you're ready to start building communism again.
How come there's word on the street?
You keep saying things like, down with the bourgeoisie, eat the rich, sodomize the land owners,
Not that one, though.
impale all people who have more than 25
come on.
in their pockets. Literally murder all human beings, regardless of their political beliefs. That kind of stuff.
Alright, that sounds like me.
Funky style. Very funky. So tell me, do you have any questions before we fire up the big communism builder? Or do we get right down to it?
Roll up your sleeves and start building communism.
Oh yeah. Get the firing squads and
Oh, fuck off.
ready.
Roll up your sleeves and up further and breathe the pristine air in. Oh, time to internalize Oh, but we're not done. Okay. But Mazovian socioeconomics is going to be internalized next. How long? It's 1 hour and 90 minutes. Let's finish some long way home. Wait, how long does this one take? 3 hours. Hey, how about we go back and knock out a fucking racist? But I want to talk to this lady first, actually.
A sturdy metal door guards the southwest entrance to the apartment building. It's locked.
Knock.
The door rattles against your knuckles, but there's no response.
Knock again.
The door rattles again, but this time you hear an elderly woman's voice calling out from inside.
Stop banging on the door! I'm not letting any more strangers inside.
This is the police. Open the door.
The police? Everyone knows the police don't come round here.
But I'm not joking.
No, I already told you. I won't be responsible for any more strangers getting into the building. Go check the backyard door. Maybe someone there will.
Backyard door? There must be another entrance to the east.
Kim, tell her we're real policemen.
Madame, I assure you, we are real police officers.
There is no reply. Just faint, sweeping sounds inside.
Gotta get our gun and kill this lady. I'm sorry, I should have said that. What is that? Oh, I think that's where we got some trash from. I should take the bomb hat off, honestly. I don't like that it's taking... You know what, we'll put it back on when we try and knock Measurehead out again. Here, yeah, roundabout, alright. That's a bag, isn't it? You hear the distant call of seabirds. Better mount your watch around me, boy. I'm just gonna take your bag, actually. I want it in my left hand, though. There we go. Let's start picking up trash and making some money. What's this? Oh, we're not using that. Kim, you're blocking the way, my dude. A splatter of bullet holes lines the wall. Was that from the revolution? Or us? Oh, look at all those bottles. Some great tectonic forces cracked the pavement like an eggshell. You're an eggshell. Oh, we saw something here. Stop, between those trucks down there, smokes, go get them. What, like here? Oh, nice. Minus health? We don't want to do that.